talking about a multi-generational approach to disaster mapping and monitoring. Well, about Earth. Earth is a digital atlas of world's map, crowdsourced from individuals, organizations, and broader community. Unlike other websites, any content you add to Earth will always be your own. And we just make it easier to store, display, and share that content out online. My name is Fagunloye. So I'm representing Earth for today's presentation. So Earth is an organization and it's a company based in Perth, in Australia. So of course, due to the time difference, they won't be able to join today's event. So why now? Why do you think the multi-dimensional approach is needed currently? So we understand that this is the start of a new era. Of course, like we've seen in websites and we've seen internet revolution, we've seen how 3G, we've seen how like internet has moved, we've seen how technology has moved, we've seen how internet has moved. Like now we're using Web3 and we see a lot of people like trying to move towards metaverse. Like that is actually happening currently again. And again, we feel that this sector, like this geospatial sector, has really evolved for the past 15 years. And of course, there's a massive oversupply of data, which is the shopping sector. Like the very massive, so this like the very abundance of data that's shopping sector. So what is the problem? So first, we understand that the problem that exists is that there exists respiratory, like such as WH, that represent just a single type of data. So, example, you go to any of this platform. What you can only do, you can probably just download the data. But what if you are not even the picture savvy? What if you cannot even process those data? What if you cannot even get accurate information on this data? What happens next? And of course, there's a millions of petabytes of maps, imagery, data. People have really worked on, like a lot of people have really worked on several things, but they're just stuck. They're stuck in their hard drives, their mobile phones, but just kept somewhere not really used in addressing any climate problems or any environmental problems, right? And we feel there's a disconnection between people and the environment. We feel that you listen to news every day, you listen to news every day, but do you really know what things are happening? Do you really know what is happening around you? You really know what like what the environment is saying. Probably you listen to news, you know what's happening in America, for example, or you know what happened to the president. But today, do you know what happened 2 months ago in the aspect of the Hurricane Fiona, hurricane that happened? No, I don't think so. So, and again, climate change impact has led to a lot of natural disaster. And of course, like the one I've mentioned and the one on screen, so that the one that's presently happening in Nigeria, where we see a lot of flooding across the states. So I saw the Earth something. So the Earth is bringing all this information together to a single place. So, for example, so it's really interesting, and I definitely know that probably you guys don't know that there's a platform that has like your traditional maps, your satellite imagery, drone images, everything. They are using everything. Like now, like community climate activists, they're able to use this data to make predictions. They able to use data to make there's a lot of data that covers a whole lot of years. And don't forget, quite recently, NASA celebrated like years of them publishing data. But of course, this data are just put on their database. They're not really, most of them are not really processed. Yeah. So, but yeah, on Earth, you able to see this processed data, and of course, you can even do everything. You can get the data from source, process onto and share also everything just on a single platform. And this is an example of one of the users that mapped the flooding in Adamawa region in Nigeria. So this is quite available on Earth as well. So the person used Sentinel-1 data to process, to analyze Adamawa state. And this person doesn't even stay in Nigeria, doesn't stay in the United States. Of course, so that actually is kind of reach for us to be able to do a lot of things and help to make to derive insights from data easily through Earth. And this is another one of in Pakistan, ongoing flooding in Pakistan as well. So the same person used Sentinel-1 also to process the data. And of course, this is probably some of us know about the Tonga explosion that happened January 2015, which like one of the massive underwater explosion that ever happened in the world. So this was also captured and was processed on sort of Earth as well. And after the eruption, that it released a lot of carbon footprints, like in form of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. So this was also mapped as well. You can see on your screen. And then last month, as I mentioned during inspection, Hurricane Fiona that occurred, that's like the average a lot of Florida, Nova Scotia, and other places. So this was also captured on sort of edge, and this is Sentinel-3 data. And so, and lastly, this example that I'm showing you is General Shema, like the world biggest street, like the biggest street there. But during last year, 2021, like there was a wildfire around the place, and like the place, the tree was under danger. So people these guys have to come together to make sure they protect this tree and make sure that this whatever fire doesn't get to it and doesn't destroy this tree. And like all this, and this you can see here, this red, this yellow rectangle shape where the Shema is. So of course we're calling on everyone to join the community. So who can join the community? Creators, individual enthusiasts, user consumers, the tourists. So we want to start seeing tourists using this data. Journalists, marketers, media. Of course, you yourself, you might not form in this category, but you definitely use this data. Of course, and we believe that we are prospective user on sort of it. So how much does it cost? Great. Yeah. Basically, it's actually free. So, of course, we believe how can we create more content? How can we even make things better? Well, if we are putting a price tag on it, so we're not like Twitter, like we have to put price tag. Now, like everything is free. You can also come on platform and start making your contribution. So, and it's very easy for you to start. Just start by creating your account. Let's go to sword.x, just sword.xno.com, sword.x that takes you to the platform. Then you can create your account, you can add your drone images, and there'll be tons of it on the platform, tons of it. And then you can also order, order archival data as well. Now you can order the hydration data for your project. Probably you want to do a project on probably Lagos State or any place you want to do a project, and you need hydration data for it, so you can just come there and order it based on your on AUI. So another thing you would love to do when you're on soil is to explore. So you that every day that tons of data has been deposited on soil, tons of information, tons of things happening around the world. So after creating my account, uploading data, I would love to explore and see what updates have been happening over the world. So how can you contribute? To register, update your account, upload map and satellites, order archival satellite images, order custom satellite images, and you can find and upload your drone image as well. Then use the virtual collaboration tool to add comments and to share your maps as well. So let's keep this going. So you can always reach out to us on my talk at sword.x.